Hi, so our infographic topic is how athletes dealt with the stresses during the pandemic and what they did to overcome those stresses. Jack and I chose this topic because we were both affected by the pandemic with our sports and we're really passionate about sports. Our topics include senior year ending abruptly, the stress that athletes faced, how athletes overcame that stress, and sports coming to an end. So when sports came to an end, I think there's a lot of uncertainty in the world with professional sports stopping, when high school and college sports were shut down. I know both of us were affected by that as well. So we just want to focus on researching what athletes did to overcome that fear and uncertainty.
So a lot of the stresses, this has been a big topic, especially during the pandemic. Athletes were forced to stay home and stress out about what's going to come. Many athletes aren't playing sports in college and they can't train, which has been tough because they're very, scared about not being able to make the team or what has to come next year. And then it's also affecting professional athletes who have been training for months, years, and finally have the opportunity to compete in the Olympics, which is once every 4 years, or even at the professional level. Um, but that leads into athletes will face poor mental health. Um, Athletes are faced with adapting into a new environment and a new routine, which is affecting sleep schedules. They're having to adapt to self isolation, and they're losing an outlet, and they're also developing low self esteem.
Okay, so senior year and how we can have a safe return to sports. So when senior year ended kind of abruptly, there's a lot of heartbreak around sports ending. Like, are we going to play again? Are we going to have a final game? And there was no chance for championships or graduation. Um, in my research, I found an article that has teens, seniors, graduates who just explain how they felt about what the pandemic did to them or their sport, and that was really interesting. I know we can all relate to being ripped off by the pandemic.
All right, so a safe return to sports. This has been a tough question, and a lot of the time we still don't know what's going to happen, because a lot of athletes are having to face the mental toughness of developing a new mindset, and going to sports is going to be different from here on out, and I would assume for a longer time than we think. Sacrifices to stay safe. People are going to have to start wearing masks, social distancing, not going out playing with friends. It's a new kind of commitment to sports, and it's something that we're all going to have to adapt to. Um, but then the passions for sports, a lot of kids are questioning, is it worth it to continue playing, especially when a lot of them don't have the ability to, they're contemplating if they're going to try out or if they're going to make the team. Is it worth it? And that's been definitely a very tough topic as of late. But to wrap things up, in conclusion, we both collaborated very well. We were both very passionate about sports, and we're also excited to see what this will look like when sports fully resume. Um, we're questioning, will they adapt to many of the new safety regulations, or will they find their way back to normal? Thank you.